Hi, this is Ivan with IvanMisner.com, and today I want to talk about entrepreneurship, or at least a couple of elements as they relate to becoming an entrepreneur. I want to start by telling you a little story about my first major foray into entrepreneurship. I was 13 years old. Yes, that's right. I was 13 years old when I saw my first real business opportunity. I was on my way to the bus. My school was about 2-3 miles away, and I missed the bus. I was headed to junior high school. At that time, I lived in the Azusa area of Southern California. I went to a little junior high called Center Junior High School, and I missed the bus, and I had to walk. And luckily, I walked pretty quickly. I thought I could make it there in time, and I was making good time, and there was a little itty-bitty market on the way to high school, to junior high school, that I stopped in at, and they had these suckers, these cherry suckers, and definitely not very healthy for you, but I was 13. And I had a little bit of money, and these suckers only cost 5 cents. All right, so it was like 1969. It was a long time ago. But these suckers only cost about 5 cents. So I bought 3 or 4 of them, and I went to school, and I pulled one out on one of the breaks and had it, and all kinds of kids were like, "Hey, do you have another one of those? I'll buy it from you." And I was like, "Okay, sure." And I sold all 3 or 4 of my suckers, except the one that I had, and I sold them for a dime, 10 cents each. And I thought, "Hey, this is pretty good." So the next day, I left early for school. Completely missed the bus, left really early, and I stopped off and I bought like a box of these suckers at a nickel each, and went to school, and boy, I sold out the entire box by lunchtime. By lunchtime, I was sold. So every single day I would go to the market, and the market ended up having to buy a whole lot more of these suckers for me, and I did it for several weeks and was making great money. Until one day where I was called in by the vice principal, and the vice principal said, "Ivan, are you selling candy here at school?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this is a great business. I'm making really good money." And he's like, "No, you cannot sell candy in school." So that was my first realization about government regulation. It turns out you can't sell candy at school unless, of course, it's the fundraiser for the school, which I pointed out to him. Wait a minute, we can sell candy for the fundraiser for the school. And he said, "Well, yeah, that's different. You can do it for the school, but you can't do it for yourself." And so my business was shut down by government regulation, if you can believe that. But that was my first foray into entrepreneurship. It was short-lived, less than a month, but what's the lesson here in terms of entrepreneurship? First of all, entrepreneurs tend to have, you can see this in them in a young age as a rule. Can you be trained in entrepreneurship? Absolutely. But it's often, it's something that you're kind of born with as well, this kind of passion to run a business. But there's a couple of other things. There are many things that make for a good entrepreneur, but the lesson for me out of this particular story is that an entrepreneur has a vision and sees an opportunity. They get this bigger vision or this opportunity. For me, it was, hey, I can buy these pretty inexpensively and sell them at still an inexpensive price, but make money on it. That was my vision. And then the commitment to follow through. So you have a vision, you have to have a vision for an opportunity, a special opportunity. Then you have to make the commitment to follow through with that opportunity. These are 2, I think, really important factors in becoming a successful entrepreneur. So if you're an entrepreneur or you want to be an entrepreneur, look for opportunities in the marketplace and then make a commitment to follow through on that opportunity. And be aware of the government regulation before you start to sell whatever it is that you're selling, because the man will shut you down if you're breaking the rules. Hey, this is Ivan with IvanMisner.com. I hope you enjoyed that story and a couple of little lessons on what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. Thanks for watching.